The EU Universal PFAS restriction is still under evaluation and has not yet been adopted. However, it has reached an important stage in the regulatory process, as earlier this year, the European Chemicals Agency's scientific committees made significant progress. In the first place, the Committee for Risk Assessment, or known as RAC, adopted its final opinion in 2026 March, while the Committee for Socioeconomic Analysis, or also known as SEAC, agreed its draft opinion and completed a public consultation that attracted more than 3,500 comments from industry, authorities, and other stakeholders. The next major milestone is then the final adoption of SEAC's opinion, expected by the end of 2026. Once that happens, then the European Commission will use those opinions from both committees to prepare a draft restriction proposal, which will then enter the EU legislative process. So while there is still uncertainty around the final scope, the transition periods, and possible derogations from the proposal, the direction is quite clear. PFAS use in Europe will face increasing restrictions. For companies, the most important message is not to wait for the final legal text. Now is the time to identify where PFAS may be present in products, in packaging, in manufacturing processes, engage suppliers to improve visibility into PFAS-containing materials, evaluate whether PFAS-free alternatives already exist, and assess which uses may be business-critical and then could require future derogation arguments. And lastly, of course, monitor the regulatory developments closely. In parallel, I think companies should remember that some PFAS-related obligations are already here. For example, under the Packaging and Packaging Waste Regulation, specific PFAS limits already apply to food contact packaging as of 12 August 2026. The companies that are best prepared when the restrictions are eventually adopted will be those that are already understanding their PFAS footprint today.